All right, I don't have a whole lot to go over. Okay, let's see here. This is approximately where we had left off with, okay? Now, also, one of the aspects, if you said this material is not interesting, we had this conversation, I can't argue with that, okay? But we're trying to make it as bearable as possible. It's one of those aspects to where whether you're into watching sporting events maybe, or you're participating in sporting events, or if you're not very good at playing your musical instrument, gosh, I wished I would have played that or practiced that a little more before all-state competitions, okay? This material that we go over does have some relevancy, okay? And to try to make light of that, for some of you, if and or when you go off to college, you're probably going to apply for scholarships. Does that sound right? Yeah. Why get scholarships? Free money. It's free money. Yeah. Okay? But maybe some of us don't like free money. No. I mean, like bonus points. That's like free money, but we don't want free money. Or something to that effect. When I was working with a young man going to the University of Nebraska, giving camel rides at the zoo, talking about, yeah, I know my students, they talk about the ACT test and having to complete that. And gosh, I got a 25. I wish I would have got a 27 on it. Okay, well, yeah, it's a better score. Well, that would have been about $10,000 more a year, he said. And 2 more points. Who's to say? Maybe something like this is on there. I don't know. But regardless, this is what we are going over, and to try to make you more smarter, whether you believe that or not. That's entirely up to you. Okay? Oh, boy, my clicker here. But am I correct in presuming that this is about where we had left off? Okay? So, yesterday's paper. Was that a surprise that, oh my gosh, we're giving this as an assignment? Was it awful to do? It was good? Okay. Was it difficult? No. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's not going to be the same for everybody. I think we would agree with that. Okay, I'm looking for my clicker and I'm not finding it. Anyway, so just do this. Okay? This was, for instance, the electron transport chain. Even though we didn't talk about it in class, we read about it, correct? Yep. Right. Okay? So with that, what do we see is happening? We're going to absorb sunlight. What was question 1 on your paper?
What does sunlight do?
What does it tell? What does sunlight do? Splits water. Okay? Some of you, boom, we're done like that. Okay? And even though we haven't talked about this in class, we read about it. Okay? So hopefully this will stick in our minds now. It's because not only does this electron transport chain occur in plants, it also occurs in humans as well. Okay? Darn it, I'm bummed. I can't find my clicker. I got too many papers coming in and out and in and out. How about if I just don't give any homework, don't have to grade anything. It's just all tests and exams and quizzes. Then I don't have to do that. But if you don't do too well on there, then you fail everything. I don't think we accomplish anything by that either. Would that be correct to presume that? I think so too. Okay, so we got this sunlight shining in. Water molecule gets split. Okay, it was in that diagram as well. Okay, so then what we see happening is since you have a positive ion, hydrogen, that's half the molecule, That's placed in that thylakoid membrane. That is the driving force of that electron transport chain. Hydrogen. That's all we had to put for number 2, because it showed you little hydrogen ions in that process. And then I think the third question was, well, what do plants not want to keep? Oxygen. Okay? And that's one of the things I think, did you maybe learn that in elementary, that oxygen, or plants give off oxygen as a byproduct? Okay? All right. So, and you're not going to have to know all of this. So don't think, oh my gosh, I got to memorize this process of electron transport chain. No, no, no. When you look at this, what are probably the most important things to think about when you see this on here? Water is being split. Okay, that's a little 2 steps ahead, but that's true. Oxygen is given off as a byproduct. That's important, but something in between the two. The hydrogen is what's driving that electron in that thylakoid space. That's driving that in the electron transport chain. Those are the 3 main things we want you to know about that. Water is split, hydrogen is the driving force, and then oxygen is given off as a byproduct. All right? So one of the things I want you to think about, how many of you can remember what that looked like on page 225? What did it show you down here? A whole bunch of purple dots, which are what? Hydrogen atoms. So what happens if that's building up really, really high on the inside as opposed to outside the cell? Or this membrane? What's it telling you? Why can that diffuse across there? Look at all the hydrogen ions you have on the inside. How many hydrogen ions do you have on the outside? None. 1, maybe. So what can that do? That can diffuse across that very easily. And it's just utilizing that process. This, again, water is split. Hydrogen is the driving force. Oxygen is given off as a byproduct. In short, that's really all we want you to know about that. But this is just what we're talking about. I see some heads nodding. Yes, that doesn't seem too bad. Okay? All right, so one more slide I think we want to go over, and then it might be it for today. Let's see what it says. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Okay? I think we have, what, about 5 vocab words left? Something like that? That sound right?
Yeah.
Okay? Dang it! I said 5 and it's 6. Well, I was close without going over, so I win the showcase. All right. So we'll catch up to you next time.